Hello everyone, this is Josiah again. Today I'm gonna give you a rundown of some of the stuff that we've been doing. On the day 9 of our class, we proceeded to do a lot of networking, and in the process, we also did a use case for uploading file to S3 bucket in the AWS cloud. To start off, I'd like to thank Lockdown LLC for supporting the work that we do. As you well know, Each One Teach One is the implementation partner for IT Foundation and AWS Cloud Training, codenamed iFACT. And today, I'm going to go through with you guys on what we've done on a day 9 of this class. Now, before I continue, I'll just like to show you a brief of what we will be doing momentarily. So what you are going to look at is some of the stuff we're going to be doing momentarily. You can allow it, you can look at it as it rolls out while I go out to get more stuff that we'll be doing. Okay, now I am going to go to our file here, and this is where we have most of the stuff that we do, and I want to make sure that you can see everything. So these are some of the use cases that we have. Previously on our day 8, we did introduce the AWS CLIs, how to install them and configure them. We also introduced the PowerShell, and we also helped you understand the S3 buckets and how to give permissions for S3 buckets, and how to add yourself to various groups with various permissions that have various roles. And we did all of that with you. And today we want to put all these tools together. We also showed you guys how to upload images through a mobile application, then drop it on an S3 bucket. We did show you some of that stuff, but today is very different. I'm going to run you down on how to actually upload a file using PowerShell or command line for maybe Windows operating system or any other system that is out there. Now, don't forget the AWS CLI is strictly for AWS CLI, and then you have the CMD or terminal in Linux operating system, or command prompt DOS as you have in Windows, and that alone is very specific. And AWS CLI is specific to AWS, and then you have the PowerShell with all the AWS tool for PowerShell. So these are some of the stuff I will bring to your attention, how to put them all together to work well. But I want you to remember, whenever you hear PowerShell, is a very powerful scripting tool that also has the capability of object-oriented programming. So that's how you look at it. That way you will understand the whole synopsis. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Basically, we're going to go through how to upload files to AWS S3 bucket using PowerShell, and I'm going to walk you through this these two sites are the sites that I find very interesting, that can help us to get some of the things that we need to make this happen. However, we are in luck. I'm using Windows 10, which already have PowerShell as well as PowerShell integrated software environment. So what I have to do now is to check if I have all the modules. If I don't have all the modules, then I install all the modules and I move forward. So now let's see if we can install all the modules, which is going to be AWS PowerShell module, AWS PowerShell module. This is it's not complicated. It's straight to the point. It's an MSI file. It will install for you, and you don't have to worry about anything. So that's the beauty of it. AWS 2, okay, as you can see, I just got it here, and I'll just go down to see where I can download it. I'm looking. Get it started, it says. So let me see if there's anywhere I can look at the files and download it real quick. PowerShell tools, AWS tools here, tools modules, and I'll scroll down a little bit. It is here somewhere. Installing the AWS tool PowerShell. Prerequisite installing on Windows. Okay, so it should be here somewhere. Okay, fine. I think I found it. So you have the AWS, this one here.
installing the version of PowerShell. Okay. For Windows PowerShell. Various versions of PowerShell. Okay, on Windows. Okay, let's see. Download PowerShell. I already have PowerShell, but it's no. Not that. Okay, maybe I will get what I need from here. If I go here with this and I paste that here, it should give me what I want. So I'll just go ahead, setting up AWS tools for Windows PowerShell. Okay, this makes sense. Let's click on that one. Okay, prerequisite. Okay, Amazon AWS and PowerShell. Alright, let's see. GitHub repository. Okay, let me see what's in there. For some reason, this is not what I want. Download and install AWS tool for Windows PowerShell. Package installation instruction. Package installation instruction. AWS to PowerShell Core Edition. Okay, let's try that one. Installing package name. I just wanted an MSI. It's not. I don't want to do it this way. Introduce AWS tool for PowerShell Core Edition. It's just an AWS SDK for .NET. It's an MSI file that I have seen before. I've worked with it before. Okay. Let me see which one. Import Amazon PowerShell. Okay, let's try this one. Never know. PowerShell. Oh, I see where I made a mistake. Okay. AWS toolkit for Visual Studio. Okay, this is what I want. This one. Install from NuGet. Okay. Simple cross-platform app. Okay. SDK develop. Get started. It's not it. It's not it. SDK. Okay, looks like this one, but then .NET. Okay, vehicle samples. Oh, looks like that. Support for network, support for AWS Lambda support .NET. Okay, these are new stuff. Get started with AWS SDK for .NET. Okay, I clicked on it. It gives me set up code examples. So I don't see anywhere to download it, but I'll go back to see why I can't download it as yet. Install package name PowerShell. So PC no, I don't want to do. Okay, PowerShell module, PowerShell 2.0. Alright, let's try this one. I don't know where the tool is, but I'll find it. Do not worry, I'm gonna find the tool. Couldn't find the tool. I thought I had it on this one, but not. I tried it on the other one, not. Don't know why I can't have it. Sign in. Let me try to log in. Okay, alright, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it a different way. AWS 2 and SDK for net. So now this is how we're gonna find it. AWS 2 and SDK for net, something like that. AWS 2 and SDK for net. Get started. Setting up. Create AWS account connector. Install SDK and assemblies. AWS SDK for net. This one here. I have no clue what I'm doing here. I want the MSI file one. Okay, let's try this one. It could be this one. Code. Nope, it's not this one. I need to do something different now. I think I have it somewhere saved up, so I'm gonna go there and get it because I don't want to wait all day for all this. Alright, I have it somewhere saved up, so I'm gonna paste it here. Once it's done, we come back to it. Meanwhile, I'll look for it here. Nougat package AWS SDK S3. Let me try this one. Maybe it's this one. That's just that. I'm so surprised that I couldn't find it. Set up the .NET development environment. Create AWS. Install SDK assembly. Start a new project. These are the ones that I want, but it's not allowing me to install it. Oh yeah, if you are required to install MSI instead of using the get, find legacy MSI here. Okay, this might be the one I'm looking for. Alright, this is the one I'm looking for. Alright, took a while to get that, but that one is really straight to the point. It doesn't cause you any problems. So let's assume that we already downloaded that. So I went and got the one that I had before, and I'm gonna go ahead and install it. This is for the .NET to allow you to do what you need to do, and like S3 and all that. It has all the modules that you need to interact with the services in the cloud, AWS services, most of the computing aspect and database aspect of it. So let's look for what I downloaded here for a minute, and let's go ahead and install it. I think it's here. This is a tool here, and then we're just gonna install it real quick. Once we finish installing it, we then go through the guide that we have, and then it will be all good. So as that is going, this one is still going. I just let this one install on there just for the heck of it. And while we're doing that, we'll just go back here. I've already logged into here, and maybe it's time for me to navigate around here and see what's on here. I'll show you guys the S3 bucket. This is the S3 bucket here. Okay, just give you an overview of the S3 bucket. So this is the S3 bucket, and I think this is the credential I'm about to use. I'll show you guys the credential I'm about to use too. It will be an IM user. This IM user here. I'll be using this IM user in a bit. This is the one I'm going to be using. While that is going to, I accept it. It's custom setup. Just leave it at custom setup. Everything will be done for you. You don't have to worry about anything. I will be using I think I will be using not that one. I'll go back to the users. I'll go back to the users and I'll scroll down a bit here. So I'm gonna be using this one here. This one, remote service. As you can see, I'll show you a little bit at the access key ID right there. It's really nothing for us, so that's what we're gonna use. This is what we use for the class. So let's see if it's completely installed. It's still going on. So once it's completely installed, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring up the PowerShell. I've already shown how to. PowerShell comes with Windows operating system, and you can also do AWS CLI, and you can also do AWS for PowerShell or AWS tools for PowerShell. You can also install that if you don't have it. Strategically using Windows operating system, because a lot of people are conversant with it, and the work that we are about to do requires that we move really fast, and most of the new entrants are not savvy with Linux. Therefore, I'm gonna do it on Windows 10. So this is still going while it's going, so I let it go through because we're gonna need there are commandlets of some methods that are here that will be able to help us to enumerate various variables. That's why we're installing it. It will actually help us to do stuff with S3, all of that, Lambda, etc., etc. So we have to be a little patient before we start up, because if we don't have everything intact, it might be a problem for us in finalizing what we are here to do. So I will also like you guys to understand that one of the reasons why we are giving this online training, free online training, because we anticipate the dispensation that's here and is going to be coming. And as you all know, the country is not. We blind many people in a spiritual sense, and at the same time awaken many in a spiritual sense. Now, like I said, the Walmart opportunities will sort of like dwindle for those in the front line because they were automated and to reduce the loss that they incurred. Because people weren't coming into work, and again, there's a lot of people that were coming in for the services, and then because of COVID-19 and the problems, it was really impossible to meet those ends. So you see in the health industry, the CNRN, and then you're also looking at the education, and like I said before, Uber gig economy and all, etc., grocery shopping, all that. If these are going to change, the question is, what is going to cause the changes? Okay, so that tells us that technology is going to play a large role. It's like I'm repeating myself. So you're looking at data science, machine learning, deep learning, IT auditors, digital maintenance, programmers, IT techs, and help desk support. They ain't going nowhere. They're going to be. So I'm introducing this as a highlight so that we can, actually blow it up and talk more about it with other individuals that are interested to form a panel on that. So what I have in mind, people like O'Shea, Shanice, the African superstar, ES, Mama T. These are some of the people I have in mind to discuss in a broader sense how this applies and how we can take it and run with it, and having our group exposed into advancing their skill sets so that they can be about a part of the new economy that is to come. So that's one of the motivation for us pushing the IT Foundation and AWS Cloud Training, which is codenamed iFACT. So right now the installation is completed, so we have what we needed, and I can actually check to see if we have it laid down pat. So I will go to users, the program files, actually this one, and I will look for Amazon. I believe I should AWS right here. Okay, I'm not this one, maybe this one. I went back to that one again. I want to make sure that it's here. So I'll go to bin. Okay, AWS execute for .NET. Okay, for sure it's there. What else? AWS tools, PowerShell. Okay, that one is there too. So we really need this one here. This one is very, very important. We'll do a lot of stuff with this guy. So I just copy it for a minute. So this is important. So moving forward, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna bring PowerShell up. Okay, not PowerShell ICE. This is PowerShell integrated software environment. But we're gonna bring up PowerShell up. Okay, and we're gonna start off by setting we're gonna set up let me show you what we're gonna set up here. We are going to set up set execution policy remote signing, because if you don't do that, then it's gonna be a problem to do a remote signing. And you also have to configure it to use your access key ID and secret key as well. And I hope you have done this as so say yes to all, which is gonna be A. I hope well, you can say just Y. Alright, so it will just go through. Okay, we have a problem. What did it say? Set execution access to the registry key is denied to change this. So that means I didn't bring it up in administration mode. So I'll go back. I'll just cancel it. Okay, and then I'll go back and type PowerShell, and then I bring it up as admin. So I go do that, and it just show up. I just have to size it up so you guys can see it like I did before. Okay, so I go up, and then before I do this time, I want to go straight out to I think I want to go straight out to C, like, yeah, right there. So I want to do it here. So I will do a capital Y, and this time it worked. So this is awesome. So we move forward. We want to do an import of some modules, right? So we're gonna import this module. Remember, I had copied that and I dropped it, but always remember that you have to import those modules to be able to use that. And also notice how the path, that path that I copied, before I do it, I'll show you that path again. Remember this path that I copied here? It came from actually here, that path, okay? If you look at this, they're the same thing, because this is the same thing as PSD1. If you look at that particular file, you will find it, but it doesn't write it out completely. But if you try to look for it here, you will certainly find it. See it right here? So that's the same, so don't worry too much about it. Now I have here, we are importing that module. That module has a lot of stuff, okay? So maybe I should remove that port. So let me go back and remove that port again. Yeah, I'll just remove that port. Yeah. Before I think of removing that part, how about I remove the quotation mark on both sides, and let's see what happens. Okay, I remove the quotation mark. It looks like it's gonna work just fine. Oh, okay, it's not recognized. So I need the quotation mark for a fact, but I need to remove, I think I need to remove this. That's what I think is missing. So let's see how that one went. So now let's go back and see what's going on here. If this one fails, we can also do just this one. If that one fails, we can just do this. Okay, we can just do it. As long as we know what we're doing, we're fine. So we'll verify if the modules were loaded anyway. So if this one is not working for us, okay, it did work. So let's do get module. We want to check if module were loaded. So we do the get module, right? Now we do the get module. Okay, module were loaded. As you can see, the module loaded AWS PowerShell, import guard, Microsoft. It's just a bunch of stuff. You can't even number them. So with that being said, let's keep going. We're doing pretty good. So with that being said, let's keep going. So we're gonna go down. We've already done that, imported the module, and we're gonna go right down to verify module were loaded. We've done that, and we're gonna go to, you can test the command line. This one here is basically, you can test if profile is there, if there's already profile for the PowerShell, so that every time you go to use it, you have the same profile, just like we did with AWS CLI when we configured it, and every time we go back. But the difference is that no profile was set for that one. So you can see it's false. That means there's no profile. So we're gonna set a profile now. So we can now set the profile by typing on new item. Okay. You can actually, first let's view a profile. Since there's no profile there, you're gonna see something, a generic something there. Okay, this is just gonna be a generic something you're gonna see, and that confirms the fact there's no profile. It's just gonna be a generic stuff. Let me see here what I did wrong. Echo profile username. It says Microsoft PowerShell profile P. Term Microsoft PowerShell. Okay, let me go back. Username document window PowerShell. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's go back to it. Echo profile. This document, Windows PowerShell, Microsoft PowerShell, profile P. View your profile. So I couldn't view my profile, and I don't know why. See users, username. Okay. Alright, with that, we know already that we don't have a profile. Let's just force to create a new profile, and then we go into the new profile that we created and try to make sure we put what we need done whenever we log into that profile. Okay, so this is a new profile that we just created. Okay, this is a new item. So now we're gonna go back here. We're gonna go back here, and we're gonna do, okay, it's created. We're gonna change and make module addition. So we're just gonna use this command here. So that $sign profile is telling us that's the profile. It represents a variable that points to the profile. So that's what you have to remember. So now when I put this here, it's gonna open a notepad, and then we're gonna take our IM user credentials and put it in there. Basically, we're configuring our IM user. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna import that from 1 and 2. Go to notepad and add the import module. Save it. So basically, we are gonna import this. Yeah, we're gonna import this guy. So every time we log in this profile, if it's there, then we're gonna be doing this. So this is the notepad here. We're gonna put this in the notepad, right? And then this is the access key ID and the secret key. It's already there. So now I'm gonna go back here, and we're gonna get ready to upload some stuff in the S3 bucket. So before we do, we have to get the command module. Before we do that, so let's go ahead and save. Let's create a variable to set the command information and create a simple script. If this file doesn't exist, it will create it. That's for copying. Disregard this part. This part here, disregard it. Let's just focus on just this. Okay. Alright. So this is just gonna grab all the command that's needed to interact with S3 or anything that has to do with S3. So now we go here, we put this here, making sure that I'm doing the first thing first. Okay, this one I have to save it. I have to click save here. Save. So it's saved. Module. And then here we get the S3 module. It's gonna give us all the S3 modules. That's the command that we're gonna use to, work with it. So with that being said, you see a bunch of them. All of this has to do with X3 something, X3 that, X3 whatever, X3 anything. So that's the whole idea. So anything you want to do with S3, you have the command line to play with it. And now we are on the C prompt again. So now, looking at this, what I would like to do is I would like to go, I don't want to use this the script that I have that will go to ISC. This is a script that I kind of made. I wiggled it out, I brute forced it. I got it from online. I kind of make it in the way that I want. This will allow you to copy things from S3 bucket and stuff like that. But we're not gonna deal with that. What we're gonna deal with is to write something. We're gonna write something. Okay. So this is bucket lockdown. We're gonna write something to S3 bucket. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna write something to S3 bucket, and this will allow us to write something in the S3 bucket. Okay, so I'm gonna just copy it. It's gonna allow us to write something in S3 bucket. So you can do it here, or you can do it there. You can do it in the ice. You can, this is the ice, you can paste it here in the ice if you want. It will run it, it will do it. Okay, you can do it. So it's in the time right subject is not recognized. Okay, that's fine. That tells me you can't do it there. Forget it. So let's concentrate. This is for script. Don't do it there. Just do it on this one here. This will just take straight out commands. So the file indicated by the file path property does not exist. Now you're wondering, why is it the file does not exist? Of course it doesn't exist. I didn't create it first. So let's go create it. So I'm going to create a folder called temp. In that folder called temp, I'm going to save something as kdp.jpg. That's it. It's not complicated. Very simple. Now I'm going to go to C to do that, so it'll be easy for us. This is not complicated. Just take your time. I know it took a little while for me to get here, but I'm not gonna rush it. I'm gonna take my sweet little time. I like to do stuff like impromptu, so that just to give you the impression that's how it's done on the job. You don't have to fret or anything. So I created that. So I'm gonna make an image. I'm gonna create an image. Anything, any image. I'm gonna create that. And anything. So let's see here. Alright, I'm gonna do something like this. I'm gonna go to paint. And I'm gonna say okay, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna save it right there on C. Save it as JPEG. Remember, that one is JPEG. We don't want any confusion at this time. And it's temp. You look for it here. It's temp. And it's right here. This is where you're gonna save it, and you're gonna save it as KDP. You're gonna say that KDP.jpg like that. Okay, KDP.jpg. So it's in there now. So now when we go back to run the commandlet, it's gonna walk like a champ. Okay, so go here and run the commandlet. It's gonna walk like, it didn't walk like a champ. Okay, it says write the file indicated on one file path property does not exist. Okay, we have the temp. Okay, we have access key and all of that. We actually initialized the credentials. So okay, the file does not exist. Interesting. All right, let's check where we got them from. See why that is the case. Okay. Right. Lockdown test. This is the AWS bucket name. This is the file KDP, and this is the private access key ID is here, and then the secret is here. And let's copy this and run it. Let's copy this one and run it. Okay, guys. Okay. Maybe we should go into that folder. Sorry guys, see the temp, right? We should go into that folder. I think we should go into that folder. See the temp. Yeah, we should go. Let's try it now. Because it says it doesn't exist. That gives me an idea that maybe it's not seeing it. So go into that folder and we do it right there, and we do that. Okay, it looks like something is happening. The bucket you are attempting to access must be addressed using one specified endpoint. Please send all feature requests to that endpoint. Okay, this is private. This is right object, bucket name, block the test, KDP, this is interesting. Right bucket key file temp. Wonder why I'm having some problems here. We did get all the S3 stuff taken care of. That S3 stuff, which is here, we got all the S3 stuff. Yep. So now, I wonder what's going on. So we have all the S3 stuff. So, are we missing something here? Okay, so we've seen all the modules here. So now we want to actually do this. We know this is correct because everything is there. So, but it's saying the bucket you are attempting to access must be addressed using the specified endpoint. Please send all feature requests to this endpoint. Right bucket log the test file, command name private, secret key, all of that. I don't know why we're having problems, but alright, it's possible that I have uploaded that before. So okay, let's do something different. Let's change the name and see what happens. You have to think different sometimes when you're doing stuff on the computer, because if you think the same way all the time when you're doing stuff with the computer, you might have serious problems. So let's just change this name, okay? Let's just keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. Because if that same file is in that bucket, it's gonna give us problem. We should have known that. So we do kdpb like that, and we go back to the commandlet, and we make sure we include a B this time, and we go back here, and we go all the way back, and we get to the dot there, and we put the B there, and we go. It didn't upload it either. It says the bucket you are attempting to access must be addressed using the specific endpoint. Please send all feature. Okay, let's see what is going on. I'm gonna copy that, and I'm gonna ask him what is the problem. He's gonna tell me what the problem is. Okay, it's probably a simple point. Require AWS core. Oh, okay. Let's see. However, I'm getting the following error. What am I doing wrong? Okay, use standard. US standard is, oh, you see that the bucket was created in a different region. Okay, never would have thought that. Check your bucket location in console, then use this as a reference. Can you explain how to replace region US? Okay, let's keep looking. This is not what I'm looking for. The bucket you are attempting to access must be I think this is not a difficult problem, it's just a slightly easy problem to solve. The bucket. Okay. Okay. PSC temp. Okay. Okay, let's change the temp to something else, guys. Go up here. Rename that one too. We say S. We say temps. I don't think what they were saying about it is the problem. I don't think so. I just have a different outlook to this. City temps, yeah. Okay, we have that there. Kelly PP is there. So now if we go ahead and put those there, Kelly PP is there, and we go like this. The access must be addressed using the specified amount. Please send with feature. All right, I'm gonna stop it there. I'm gonna fix this problem, and I'm gonna come right back to show you that I have uploaded what I needed to upload right here. Instead of us getting stuck at that point, let's move forward and do something different, or even close up. Now I'm gonna take you to the bucket. I wasn't able to upload it because there are some issues, but I'll fix the issue in another video. I had to leave now. I have to go home. So now I'm gonna show you where it was actually supposed to go to. In the past we had something here, and I'm suspecting that it probably did what it had to do, but we're just having a difficult time trying to figure it out. So let's take a look here for a bit and see what we got.